Hi everyone and welcome to another episode. How are you all? I hope you're all well. I hope you're all having fun. I hope you're all staying positive and I hope you are all being well behaved as well. I've been at home all day today. I've been building a brand new desk, which is quite swish and quite fancy. I don't know if anyone's been to a supermarket yet. I went yesterday and it was really bizarre, really strange. But it's important to remember that this is only for a short while and that we're doing it to keep everybody safe. So remember, stay safe, protect the NHS and stay at home. So today I'm going to go through our writing task for this week, which is rewriting the last 2 chapters of Macbeth. Now, in the description below, I've put a link to the BBC class clip summary of the last 2 chapters of Macbeth. Now, if you were with us for the last day, then we went through the ending to the story, but if not, that's okay. Have a look at those clips and that will finish up the story of Macbeth that we started together. Some really interesting things happen in these last couple of chapters. Lady Macbeth goes crazy and eventually dies. We find out what is meant by no man is born of a woman can harm Macbeth, and also what's meant by Macbeth shall never vanquished be until Birnam Wood walks to Dunsinane. So today we are going to go through the final writing task, which is basically rewriting these in your own words. Now, I've already been sent a really fantastic example of chapter 7, Preparing for Battle, by a pupil. It was really fantastic, actually. But I'm just going to go through an example of what a good one looks like to help you out in the writing of your own one. So, first of all, apologies for the strange microphone quality. I've now switched to the microphone on my laptop just while I do some of this screen capture. So this is Rachel's retelling of Chapter 7, Preparing for Battle. And it's a really fantastic example, and I wanted to share it with you so you guys can pick up some hints and some tips from a really good example. So we start off with, one night, Lady Macbeth's servant requested a doctor to witness Lady Macbeth's strange behaviour. They both exclaimed, "Her eyes are open, yet she doesn't see." Lady Macbeth had walked to an empty bowl and began to wash her hands as she spoke to herself. The servant and the doctor came closer and heard Lady Macbeth saying, "Will these hands ever be clean? I can still smell blood." Once they heard this, the doctor softly commented, "This isn't an illness that I can cure. She needs a priest." So there are some really fantastic things going on in that first opening paragraph, a great summary of the first scene in the video as well. We start off with one night, fantastic fronted adverbial there. Lady Macbeth's servant. Now the servant belongs to Lady Macbeth, so of course we've got the apostrophe for possession there as well. Also some fantastic vocabulary, for example, requested, softly commented, and exclaimed. Also a fantastic use of a colon before speech there. So a really great opening paragraph. In England, Malcolm and Macduff had raised an army that is marching north to Dunsinane Castle for revenge on Macbeth. They are certain that Macbeth is responsible for the murder of Macduff's wife and children. In the heath, Malcolm and Macduff's army unite with Angus and Lennox's army. They ask a young noble called Seward what the wood next to them is called. He replied, "That is Birnam Wood." Malcolm then orders his soldiers to cut down the trees and hold the branches in front of them as they head towards Dunsinane Castle. Meanwhile, in Dunsinane Castle, Macbeth has been approached by the doctor, who expressed his concern for Lady Macbeth. Macbeth ignored the doctor's words and didn't worry for his wife as he had war on his mind. He was preparing for war against the English army. Macbeth confidently exclaimed, "I am not scared of death until Birnam Wood moves to Dunsinane Castle." Dun, dun, dun. So, Rachel ends it on a cliffhanger with a very amusing dun, dun, dun here, along with an ellipsis. Again, some really fantastic synonyms for said here. We've got expressed and exclaimed. Really impressive is her use of a semicolon here. Macbeth ignored the doctor's words and didn't worry for his wife as he had war on his mind.
he was preparing for war. Two very closely related clauses that could be separate sentences, but instead she's joined them together with a semicolon. So I hope you've been able to pick up some really great vocabulary and language that Rachel has done here. The whole thing is just 3 paragraphs, which is exactly as it should be. It can be either as long or as short as you want it to be, so long as it's got enough detail that you're retelling the story properly.
So I hope that was helpful for you. I hope you've now picked up some hints, some tips and some tricks for writing your own one. When you're finished, please send it to me at mrpriestley@bisley.surrey.sch.uk, link below, because I would love to read them and give you some feedback on them as well. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. Eagles, keep soaring.